Damn, that's a big truck. That's a big fucking truck, and I'm huge. I'm tall, man. That's a big ass truck. Look at that. The splendor of winter has come extremely early. It's it's Remembrance Day. I've never seen this much snow on Remembrance Day. It's just after 7 a.m. Crazy. Crazy. It's crazy. Look at these branches. They can't support. Oh boy, I'm not going to walk over here, that's for sure. Holy mackerel. Wow. I saw a tree branch fallen where that pickup is, but that's luckily for those people with those cars, it didn't fall on their cars. Hey, can you believe this? This is Remembrance Day. You know, the Farmer's Almanac, the old Farmer's Almanac there, they called for a lot of snow this winter, a lot of precipitation. Looks like they're right on the money this time. Looks like they're right on the money, man. What do I got, like 63% battery? It'll do. Anyway, top of the morning to you there, or top of the afternoon or evening or whatever. Yeah, it's beautiful and amazing and weird at the same time, you know, because this kind of thing, this wet, heavy snow, there's that Pathfinder, there's this old 90s Pathfinder. I've never filmed it. It's always here and I never film it because there's no contrast to it. It's gray, it's dull as hell, the wheels are black. It's too bad. I mean, I like it, but anyway, also, I don't know. Also, too, I got a feeling maybe it belongs to these neighbors that are disgusting. A block over my place, always garbage outside. I don't know. Look at the splendor of it all. Hey, Maron. Like I said, usually I see this kind of thing like maybe a couple of times in the winter. But like I said, that usually doesn't happen until December or something, like late December. And we're still early November. It's so bizarre. How bizarre, how bizarre. How bizarre. There's quite a bit of snow too. There's like a good 10 centimeters. It's funny because Sunday, today what is Tuesday, like I said, the 11th of November, lest we forget all our ancestors who served in the wars for our freedom. Not my grandparents, not my grandfathers though, because one was of course my grandfather, Raoul Roy, which I got my eyesight from. Obviously, because of his poor eyesight, couldn't even drive legally, so he never went to into the army. And my grandfather, Mervyn McFall, my father's father, he got a medical leave. Yeah, the branches are not supporting the weight too well. Anyway, now we're walking up north here on Aylwin Street. A little bit of a cold breeze there. Brr. It's about -2 Celsius, but it's a damp cold. And of course, me, like pretty much anybody who wants to get around, not just has to get around, we're abiding by the STM schedule. Let's call it a partial strike. I think we're lucky we have any service at all, frankly, and which is essential service only at rush hour evenings and mornings. So something like, I don't know, I think 6:45 to 6:30 in the morning till 9:30 in the morning, and then of course it resumes at about 3 to 6. Brr. It was better when I wasn't walking into the window, eh? Yeah. Boy, look at these guys are having a meeting there. I hate these things. I'll never like them. The only reason why fucking city bought these goddamn little tractors, these miniature stupid tractors, is because the ones, what's known as the chenille with the tracks like a tank, those things are tanks. They'll last forever, but they're expensive. So they went to buying these stupid little fucking things. I hate them. They look ridiculous too, you know? Anyway. You know what, all these downed branches, good old International. I'm actually kind of surprised that there's not more power outages. It must be. Here, look at that. That's what you need on a day like this, eh? That's what you need, some 4x4 actual, eh? With a headlight out. And of course it's colorless, because it's an SUV. So SUV, same class to pickup. You know what I'm saying. Colorless, black. Always black. Because life is life and black is black. Look, even this one is hanging real low. shouldn't even be walking here actually. Go scurry up a little quickly here. Walking to Joliet Metro. Le Metro Joliet là. Yeah, I got to say, and even I saw this, how I looked out my window last night and I saw it was, again, the branches are so covered in snow. I thought, oh, I should go out there, but quite frankly, I'm a stoner, so you know, at night, you know, the day is done, you're old, I'm tired, I'm like, I'm gonna be 50 this year, so you know. And here's Joliet Street. Take me to Metro Joliet. Blew the light there, buddy. Good job. Fun job, dude. That's Montreal. That's Montreal. Nobody cares. Nobody has patience to slow down and stop anymore. The stop lights, I mentioned all the time. Does it change anything? No. Doesn't change a damn thing. I don't like walking behind people. Shit, I knew I should have went up Aylwin, which is the street we were on before. Especially when I'm filming. Oh, Ning. Oh my, that's not good to see that, because my friend Orphe, he lives near here, and he's got he's one of the few people who owns actually an old Jaguar in this part of town, and it's parked over here somewhere. So that would really suck for him, because it's not a common car, you know. I mean, it's a Jaguar. I mean, you know, they were only common because they built so many of them, and they were popular at their time, you know, more in the 90s and under, but they weren't good cars, so they didn't really last. Too many especially electronic problems, anything, frankly. Well, I don't see it here. Maybe he's gone to work. Au travail. I might actually continue this, actually. I got a note from Grant earlier saying he was gonna go to Saint Henri, and I'm like, oh my god, he lives in Pierrefonds. It takes him a half an hour almost just to go to Covert-sur Metro from where he lives, and he said he's gonna go to Saint Henri. I don't know, maybe I'll go see if he's there too. See, maybe if I got enough battery juice, I'll actually continue this. There's a nice little, I always like that light blue, old school blue looking Beetle. It's neat. Yeah, with all them freaking down branches, I'm actually surprised that not only there's power everywhere, but I haven't seen any, like, you know, actual emergency vehicles responding or anything. Yeah, there's quite a bit of snow. I'm actually wondering, oh, no, I know Pat sent me a text the other day saying, oh, yeah, I wonder if there's going to be snow removal. I'm like, who knows? And I don't think so either, because I think it's going to snow like this today, but it's not a snowstorm. And I think that it's supposed to rain, like, I think tomorrow or Thursday. Oh, the whole week is going to be fucking shite, to be honest. Look at that. Whole week, oh, it hasn't been sunny in days. It's just... this, at least right now, it's just the snow covering everything like this. It's just gorgeous, just beautiful. Because other than that, yeah, it's been very depressing weather. Gloomy November weather. Typic. Yeah. Well, it's not too good for people who really hate winter, which there's a lot. I mean, I hate it too, but I still love I do still see some positives, and I do love this kind of a beauty, the snow removal, snowstorms, you know, stuff like that. Oh yeah, I can see that car is spinning its wheels, just not... The rule is here in Quebec is that you have to have your winter tires on by, like, by December 1st. Of course, that's be decreed by the insurance board of Quebec, so, you know, this is a dangerous intersection, by the way. Too many blind spots. Hey, see, that's a good driver. They waited patiently. Could have ran me over, for crying out loud. I would have documented it, everything. Oh, I pulled a muscle in my leg yesterday. I'm hoping it's not that hernia I had operated on. There is quite a bit of snow. I was saying like 10 centimeters. Actually, it looks like it could be 15 even. Come to think of it. How are we doing on the battery here? Very good, 48%, great. Like I said, I'm probably going to continue this. I'll go see if I can find Grant because, well, I was happy to get a Norfolk Southern train going west in Point St. Charles, which is next to Saint Henri. He says going to Saint Henri this morning between 7 and 8:30 a.m. Yeah, it makes about sense. I think you should be able to pull that off, actually. Looking at somebody got out real early and shoveled snow there. What the hell for? It's just going to pile up again. Eh? Eh? Of course, I'm reminding myself of that hit by Monsieur Robert Charlebois. Demain l'hiver, je m'en fous, je m'en vais au soleil. There's a Dodge Dart. It's interesting how when they came out with this car, they brought back that name, that Dodge Dart. That was a huge success, that car, from 1960 to like 77, 76, which was replaced, of course, by the Aspen, which was a complete piece of junk. And but yeah, they brought back that name, that Dart name, thinking it was going to have some kind of success again, and didn't take, I don't know how many years. That's like that Dodge Nitro. Oof. Yikes, you know. Well, since I've got about 42% battery left, I figured I will now continue the walking video, just coming out of Lionel Metro, because winter is not always so beautiful as I insinuated it before. But of course, I'm gonna go get my fix at the gas station there, because it's the Tim Hortons in there, and I'm gonna go get my coffee, and I think I'll get a croissant, or if you're really English, you'll say croissant. I was hoping that was a non-scrap at the light, but scrap. And this is Atwater, by the way, Boulevard Atwater. Or of course, if you hear in the announcements, they say it as if it's Paris. It's Atwater, prochain arrêt, Atwater, which is ridiculous. It's Atwater. Anyway, whatever. Hoping the stupid STM strikes are gonna be over, for Christ's sake. A month of this crap, adhering to their frickin' schedule, you know? That's how she goes. All right, we're gonna walk west here on the Saint Jacques, formerly known as St. James Street. Look at all the people here waiting for the 4. There's always tons of people waiting for the 496. I used to like this route. I hate it now. Why? Because they got rid of the 191. Hey George, you got that Penske file? All right, I got my fix here. I got my third cafe. Got some important flags there. Got my small double-double. We're gonna make sure we don't walk into anybody here while we're recording. Yeah, Saint Henri. The only reason I would never live here is because of all the graffiti everywhere, because of the gangs. And by the way, this is one of those places they put a bike path. It's absolutely ridiculous. Never see anybody cycling here. Absolutely a waste of thousands of dollars of taxpayer money. It's baffling. Jeez, I mean, look at these buses. These are scrap, as I always called them, 2009 to 2012. But Christ, at least they do the job. At least you could open the freaking windows in them compared to the hybrids, you know? So yeah, it is what it is, man. That's how cities are today. As I mentioned earlier, it's just there's not a sense of priority for one thing, to motorists. Forget about it. There's no more any priority to motorists anymore. So anyway, so Saint Henri, which is, you know, half hour from my place to west. It's basically like Hochelaga. It's always been poor, it's always been working class, but unfortunately there's a gentrification factor that's been happening. Look at all the freaking snow, for Christ's sake. Unbelievable. I still can't believe today is Remembrance Day. It's Remembrance Day. It's only the 11th of November. A little snow here and there, but not this much. Oh my God, what are things going to be like in a month? And of course, I'm having a flashback to the blizzard and the snowstorm that happened 2 weeks before that, in middle of February of this year. And I would have to walk back. There's a little too much wind for me there. Take a sip of the old coffee here. I'm gonna go see if Grant is in is here in Saint Henri and by trackside by the CN line, which I almost didn't go because I went here yesterday, and I of course came here last week. Why? Because it's all near the metro, so anywhere I go, because of the goddamn stupid transit motherfucking strike, has to be basically near the metro, where I can't really go and stray very far, you know? That's how she goes. That's how she goes. Scrap! Boy, there's no lack of scrap around here. Holy schmoly. What the hell's going on, man? You would think in time there'd be less and less of those shit boxes. I don't know. Sometimes I think there's more of them than ever because they've been ordering so many buses to make up for those that are broken down and they can't fix right away for whatever reason. So they just sit in garages or sit outside, I should say. Look at the leaves aren't even freaking all falling off, and it's a snowy winter wonderland. I also wanted to go this way also, not just to stop and get a coffee and a croissant, but you know, the fire trucks or fire trucks from station 23 often go by. What's this guy driving with the plow here? Oh, the old Blazer. Oh, I'm glad I got that. You're gonna go get gas for that, I'm sure of it. That's from the garage actually, that's coming up here on the right. And I'm glad I got that for you old school fanatics like me. Speaking of shit boxes right there, Thomas's. With that garage that we're gonna come by here in a minute that has that Blazer, the plow, their plow actually used to be, I think it was a 65 International Scout. A little 4-cylinder job. Basically the most affordable light duty truck you could get at that time. And they were really popular for that, for like little snow removal jobs at gas service stations. We got your naval base here. Hey, lest we forget the Marine Navy. And maybe that would have been me in another life with better eyesight, eh? I don't know. Didn't I meet somebody actually who came over to my place there in the military? Yeah, I'm sure I did and I forgot. Oh man. So if I'm soliciting for any tips, say, you know, you can't blame a guy for trying after with 43,000 subscribers. Considering business was great for the past few months, but starting in October, not so good. And not a lot better right now in November. This is an exit for Highway 20, which is right up there. Of course, Highway 20, they're literally dividing the poor and the rich. The rich up in Westmount. And actually, technically, I think I'm on the side of Westmount, which is really bizarre because, again, this is always a very poor working class area. But, you know, you can't stop the rich from moving in wherever they want to move in, including my area, because it's near downtown and it's not so expensive. And you don't fucking spend money by making, you don't make money by spending money. That's the old expression. Let's see if I can turn this to look at me there so I don't show people too much. Look kind of scary like this, eh? Look like the freaking angel of death, man. I am the angel of death. I want your soul, goddammit. That would be cool though if Grant did make it down there, and then I'll surprise and scare the bejesus out of him. Like that time he was actually, I'm walking towards Place Saint-Henri metro station, and I was actually like going down the stairs inside the station to go to the, you know, the platform, and he's walking out, and I'm like, hey Grant, he's like, hey, you know, like, my God, is this, even in this area, this is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Not that piece of shit over here though. Where's that garage? Did it tear it down or something? Hey, look at that. Look at that nice old Econoline. That's pretty nice. Like those mags. Right on. Right on. This is probably the earliest I've ever been on this street, maybe. I think. Perhaps. I used to see a lot of old cars in this neighborhood back in the day. Back before Montreal became a nut job of a place. Hey, there's that old Suburban. There it is. That old Suburban. Yeah, circa, oh my God, I don't know, 89, 80, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97. This looks like Econoline hubcaps. I have one of those. Oh, there's the garage in question that has that Blazer with the plow, which the guy, like I said, probably went to go gas it up. Yeah, you see, he just plowed it all already. Take care of his shiz. Like I said, this place for, God, probably decades, they had that like sky blue International Scout. And I guess the motor or the transmission probably blew on it, probably couldn't fix it. Too hard to get parts, so. Hey, a PT Cruiser, these are getting rare. Yeah. And what is Saint-Henri without graffiti? I did film the plow going up my street though this morning. Man, he was really scraping the freaking pavement though, big time. It'd be cool if I could film a freight. Like yesterday morning, I was really lucky. I got out at I went to Point St. Charles next to here. I got off at Charlevoix Metro Station, and you know, walk a block, I get to Argenson Park where the CN line runs by, and boom, there's a freaking Norfolk Southern train. I hadn't filmed one of those in years. Awesome. And I also came here last week. Actually, it was a gorgeous morning, which I sorely missed, but you know, this is beautiful. At least the winds are light comparatively. Look, this is what I'm talking about. Look, it's everywhere. It's a fucking ghetto, man. You couldn't pay me to live here. I love coming here for trains and transportation. That's about it. Well, mind you, I did think about doing a walking video on Workman Street because I like the name of it. What's I think it was a woman who had that name. Is it Workman or something? Oh, I don't know, whatever. I'm a tight carré, là. A hang low, là. Hang low. Yeah. And right over here, though. Right across the street, though, right here is beautiful buildings. Look at that. Gorgeous that they're remaining. They're still here. There's a little cutie right there. Talking about that dog. Hey, on it, it's fun. Let's see, on it, it's fun. Huh? It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. It's not good though for people with cars, because if you don't have your snow tires on, you're gonna have some problems, and they're gonna go have to take care of that ASAP, because I don't know. Anyway, it's supposed to rain, like I said, next few days, so maybe it doesn't matter actually. There's a lot of people here. It's Russia. Wow, look at that. That's a lot to push. That's a lot of weight. Hey, I remember in the summertime I saw a Citroën DS, a classic Citroën, going up the road here. It was gold. Little did I know it was going to a sort of a private car show in the back of Chateau Saint-Ambroise, where all the rich were gathering, actually, or gathered, I should say. And there were some very classic and expensive Jaguars there, and yeah, there were more of those Citroëns. There were 3 of those. I'm trying to remember, there was a little Alpha there. What else was there? Whatever. All cars I'll never own. Okay, I'm gonna let this lady go by here so I can switch hands, because I'm not a freaking robot. And this building to my left of me, if you haven't watched enough of my videos over the years, this is the fire station 23, La Caserne 23. It's just beautiful. I'm sorry, if you can't stop and like admire the beauty of this and you think it's just depressing, then you're way more freaking negative than I am. Actually, speaking of being negative, they put this elevator here. It took years for them to build this, you know? This is exactly why the government, the Quebec government, doesn't want to give transit companies, especially the STM, out of anybody, especially the SN. They don't want to give them any more money because they spent so much money, like as if it grew on trees, you know? So, and don't get me wrong, it's nice to have elevators, but man, when you go downstairs there and it takes you down, it's very confusing where you're supposed to go. I don't even want to go into it. I think I'm going to make a video about it one day because it's so freaking stupid. Oh, I'd love to be able to get a freight right now. It's snowing good. The trees are covered in snow. Maybe Grant is somewhere. I don't know, man. I don't know. How much battery do I have left? We're got 25%, I think. %. And this is Rue Notre Dame. And look, right on cue, there's a Montreal Fire Department service truck. These guys go around and fix all the fire trucks, which I'm sure they probably have to do more than ever because they don't make things like they used to. So anyway, and this is bullshit. Yeah. All right, what are the signals saying here? Looks like they're all red heading east.